ladies and gentlemen.
Let's rock.
This is FanStream Sports.
Can I please have your attention? And I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
The following program is recommended for mature individuals and may contain material unsuitable for morons, cretins, and dishwipes. If you are a moron, please turn off your radio, because we don't need any more stupid, narrow-minded, pencil-neck geeks who wouldn't know the First Amendment if it came up and bit them on the butt. Thank you.
Yes! Here we go!
I guess I want to take this opportunity to tell you a little bit about my pants.
Oh, yeah. Welcome into the Colby Sapp and IndyCar Tim show. That show that you've ended up some here, somewhere, somehow, you've ended up here. I just made up the word some here. That's amazing. Look, we're here. My name's Colby Sapp. The guy that just snickered at me is one IndyCar Tim. What's up, Tim?
Hello, Colby Sapp and IndyCar Tim show listeners, show Franks.
Man, this is a horrible mounting of this show that we're having right now.
I could have done better.
Yeah, well,
here, throw it to me again. I'll do it again. Throw it to me again.
And here is IndyCar Tim. What's up, Tim?
What's that?
That's a lot better. I feel like I need a Budweiser or something along that line.
I got some Bud Light in the fridge, but I'm afraid to drink it. It might turn me into a girl.
No, it's not going to turn you into a girl.
You sure?
Pretty sure.
This case has been sitting in there for 6 months.
I've seen you drink things that probably should have turned you into a girl.
I have never had an espresso martini, sir.
Yeah, but you've had a buttery nipple.
You made me do the buttery nipple.
That doesn't mean you didn't had one.
I've had some of those. I've had lots of nipples that weren't buttery, too, come to think of it.
Nipples are good. Speaking of, if you love nipples, you can also text. I don't know how that segue happens. You can text us via the FanStream Sports text line, 214-937-0569. That's how, in case you've downloaded this podcast and you like titties or just nipples, and you want to talk to us about nipples, then you can do that on the text line. That would be how that happens. So we do have a show for you guys tonight. We are going to get into a little bit of a preview of the Mavs versus the Timberwolves as that's happening here. It's about, I don't know, 40 minutes or so. So we need to all get prepared for that. But we have some other things going on. I've got some interesting Marvel news that's coming up during Colby Sapp's Mystery Shotgun, which is the show that's featuring me and my comic book knowledge and what I've dug out of my insiders. Well, I've got some things.
Okay, whoa.
Huh?
I don't want to know what you dug out of your insides.
Insiders.
What you dug out of them?
Yes. They have information.
Oh, we're not talking like splooge. We're talking information.
Yeah, no, I didn't.
I didn't know we were going there this early in the show.
I didn't go de-splooge the insiders, which, by the way,
Mark,
at some point, I'm going to need to be de-splooged. So, here's looking at you.
Sir, are we going mudding?
No, not to you, sir.
Are you sure?
That was a direct
Colby,
shot.
have you ever experimented with vibrating anal beads?
Have not.
One of these days.
Nope, haven't.
I'm going to play that, and you're going to go, you know what, Tim? Last night, I felt adventurous.
Yeah, no, I don't think so, man.
We went to Sarah's Secret, and they only had the large.
And
I went for it.
Nope.
No? We'll see.
No.
As soon as you get back on Jameson.
See, I have been completely, I don't know where I am, naked drunk in strangers' houses before, and nothing has ever entered my butt.
Not yet.
No. And that'll remain that way.
Just wait.
So we've got that. We do have a little bit of a NFL contract talking about the NFL rookie contract. I don't know what all those words say in that segment, but that's there.
Here, you want me to tease it for you?
Go ahead.
Colby, is it okay for these rookies that are entering the final year of their rookie deals to hold out because they want money for their second contract?
Yeah, go ahead.
That's what we're going to talk about.
Oh, well, I didn't. I didn't.
So you just did it?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, now we don't have to do it anymore.
News and notes will follow all of that junk as I give you a bunch of stories that I found on the internet, and we'll have that. But Tim, I need to tell you about something real quick.
Does it have anything to do with splooge?
It doesn't. In fact, it's a little bit of a pulling back of the curtain for myself.
Oh, vibrating anal beads?
No.
Okay.
No.
I will let you have the floor.
So you probably didn't know this was happening with me. but it happened not last Monday night show, but the week before Monday night show.
Okay. That's not the one we missed, right?
That's not the one we missed. We missed a Wednesday.
Wednesday. Okay. Yeah.
During that show, my fight or flight had kicked in, and I was having a full-blown anxiety attack.
You know what? I think I did know that was happening.
Did you?
I think I did.
Because I was like, man, because I just wanted to leave. Just wanted to leave. And there was nothing that I could really do about it.
Yep. I mean, he could have.
No, I didn't want to go anywhere. I didn't. And so, yeah. Don't have those very often.
I've been there.
But it's just the sense of you got to go. I just got to get out of here.
Yep.
So,
wow.
If you want to go back and watch that show, go ahead at some point and see if you can point out when I'm like sitting there thinking, I should just get through this show so I can go home. But,
so any indication what causes, and you said it doesn't happen often, but is there something that causes it? Is it chemical? Like you ate something?
It is chemical. I don't think I'm basically all mental for myself.
Sure.
And it's I don't know how. I know my kids have got it, or my daughter has it, high anxiety. She actually got a double dose of it. And I didn't know I had it for the longest time. I just thought it was normal. Right?
Oh, really?
Yeah, I just thought this is how people feel all the time until I actually started, getting some kind of medication for it. Once I got the medication for it, that's when magically I also started figuring out how to do my diet better, how to exercise more, and all that. All that happened around the same time. But I wanted everybody to look at that, if you go back and you see that video and watch it, and then realize to yourself, you don't know, and I know this is one of Kavanaugh's favorite sayings, but you don't know what people are going through because they don't just give you hints a lot of times when it's happening. And especially if you just meet somebody. So don't just be on the lookout and be wary on how you treat some people or every person a lot of times, because you don't know what their shoes are doing, right? You don't know what's going on in their life or anything along that lines. All we know is what's going on in ours.
Yeah.
So just wanted to throw that out there because there was moments during that show where I was like, yep, no, you're fine. I'm having full-blown conversations in my head. You're fine, dude. You just chill out. But there's no way to calm yourself down, right? Because I'm also the type of person, I do not want any kind of the pills that will make you like mellow out.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't want those because I know what I'll do with them. I'll take them for fun. And then now I'm stuck.
Oh, yeah.
I know me. I know what I'll do. Then I'll find out that video gaming while on whatever 2 doses of Xanax is the greatest thing ever. And
you'll never be off of it.
I'll never be on it. Off of it at all.
Yeah.
I'll just be jumping on ships and stuff and Sea of Thieves, just high off of my ass. Can't do that. So just wanted to let her, have that curtain there. And if any of you within the sound of my voice, if you've downloaded this podcast and you're having any kind of troubles in these areas, I am not an expert. But if you need somebody to talk to, whatever, just, Facebook, whatever, shoot me a DM and say, hey, dude, just need somebody to talk to for a second. If you've got nobody else and you need somebody, I'm here. I know Tim will pick up the phone too. If he's not randomly seducing some whore at a bar, he will,
in between the whores.
Yes. He will get in touch with you too, because if anything, you guys that are here, part of this podcast with us, you're also our podcast friends, right?
We're all family.
We're all family here. You've chosen to listen to us. We appreciate the hell out of it. And with that,
but the important thing is,
you need us.
Yeah. The important thing is, you don't have to talk to us, but talk to somebody.
Talk to somebody.
Call a friend.
And if it's start the conversation. So there you go. Not to make it too serious, but I thought at one point I was going to get that done. I actually was just able to go talk to the doctor this week. and they hooked me up with a little bit of elevations on a couple of things. It's like, oh, you're taking really low doses of these things. You could have more. And I was like, well, I will take more then. So
give it to me.
Yeah, that's right. So, but there you are, everybody.
Yeah, you know what? The last time I had a full blown, and I have little mini episodes, and I will tell you, as you know, Colby, and I don't know, it's probably different for everybody that has them. But when I have an anxiety attack, and I haven't had a full blown one in a long time. The last time I had a full blown one, I was about 18 years old.
Right.
And I was at work behind the bar at Black Eyed Pea in Carrollton. And I literally froze. I was physically frozen, looking at myself in the mirror behind the bar with customers behind me.
Right.
And for a minute, I didn't know where I was, what I was doing, why I was there. Was I supposed to be here? Like for about 5 seconds, I was in such a cloud, I didn't know where I was. And there were people talking to me, like employees talking to me.
Right.
And they went and got a manager. Something's wrong with Tim. And it took me probably, and they had to like pull me to the back, and they thought I was on something. And I didn't have that history. Like they kind of knew I wasn't, but,
right.
And it probably took me 15 minutes to fully come out of it. And I couldn't breathe. And I was just mortified. I was mortified of talking to somebody, someone talking to me. And it was one of the strangest things that I've ever gone through in my entire life.
Yeah. It's not fun.
No. And, you know, I mean, I fully came out of it like that night. And I was even looking back like, what in the world was that? And I talked to a doctor. He's like, yeah, you had an anxiety attack. I was like, I never want to have that again. And I've had little mini ones, you know, where you just feel maybe, and I don't know what you did, if that was like a full blown one for you, if you've had worse, but.
Oh, I've had worse. It was the same amount of attack, but I knew what this was.
Yeah.
Right.
You recognize
somebody's told me what that is. I've experienced it before
yeah.
where it's like, yeah, just calm the F down, keep doing what you're doing. Stop. Right.
Yeah. And somebody like me who I love crowds of people. I love to be the center of attention. Go figure. I don't know. Anybody would have guessed that about me. I love to talk to people. Here we are. Right. Dude, but there are sometimes if I'm in an unfamiliar situation in an unfamiliar room with unfamiliar people, sometimes I will get like tunnel vision. I can't talk. I feel like I can't physically speak. And I don't want anything but to be out of that situation as fast as I possibly can.
Right.
And my brain shuts down. My body shuts down. I just want to be gone. And I have to convince myself, like I have to talk myself out of that. Like, you're okay. You're in, you know, people here know you, or, you know, some people here, and I have to like physically go through this thing in my mind to talk myself out of it. And I have those a couple times a year.
That's mine is more, and I don't want to take this too far into it, but mine is more, you know, that feeling that I know, you know, this feeling, and out there, if you've had this too, to where the fight's about to start, you're about to get into it. You know, this fight's about to start. This guy's about to start swinging.
Yeah.
And everything smells different. Everything feels different. There's electricity in the air, and the whole situation has changed, and the temperature is raised and then dropped, and everything's happening at once. And it's the impending action. You're going to either have to do something or you're going to have to leave. You're basic fight or flight.
Yeah.
But it's not just that moment when that's happening with me. It's extended out, like everything. Like I feel every part of my body at the same time. My nerves are on fire, and I like stuff that you just pass by normal everyday life. It's like, oh, what was that? What was that? What was that? And it just becomes a total zoom in on me. And then, I mean, I've sent myself to the ER with these things.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Because I think something is totally wrong.
Yeah.
And then I'll go get checked out by like every single doctor there. This has happened twice in my life. The first time it happened, I didn't know what was going on, but I was just like telling people around me like, well, I'll see you later in the afterlife. Cause I was sure I was gone. And, you know, then you get control of it. And then there it is. I know people don't talk about this shit before. We have a podcast. So I was like, here, I'll bring it out in the open.
Use your platform.
There you go. So that anybody else is experiencing shit like this, you're not the only ones out there. Actually I don't think me and Tim really shared the fact that these are things that happened to both of us.
Nope, we're talking about it for the first time together.
And here it is.
We have dumber things to talk about when the microphone's not on.
And yeah, we have a lot dumber things to talk about. The whole pre-splooge meeting was
fun
insanely
today.
Stupid.
We got to start like putting that out there and recording of it for like subscription viewers.
Right.
Like you want to pay $4.99 a month, but have access to what we're doing 30 minutes before every show and hear everything that we're saying.
Would be stupid.
Trust me, it's worth $5 a month for you right there.
It would be stupid. Shout out to Jeb. So
pulling the curtain way back right there.
So there you are. And now it's time for me to look at Tim and awkwardly hand him the baton of, hey, Tim, what day is it today, bud?
For the love of God, holy. Thank you for asking, Colby. Thank you for throwing it to me in such a way.
Uh-huh.
I just caught it, I just caught the ball, ran 40 yards for a touchdown, but I tried to spike it 8 yards before I got to the end zone, so I fumbled it.
Whoops.
That never happens. Colby, today, I mean, we can bring the room down a little bit more because you know who Harvey Milk is?
Yes.
Today is Harvey Milk Day. Of course, the very famous gay rights activist from the 70s who was the first publicly gay man to be elected to public office in California, eventually assassinated. They made a day for him to commemorate his works, and then they had a movie. I forgot who played him in the movie. Was it Tommy Lee Jones?
No.
Maybe. I don't remember who it was. But
shit.
I don't remember who it was.
Can't remember his name.
Who played Harvey? Not Spectre. Milk. Why did Google ask me about Spectre? Who played Harvey Milk? Sean Penn?
Yes.
Yeah, it was Sean. Why did I think it was Tommy Lee Jones?
I don't know.
What gay character? Oh, I'm thinking from JFK because he played that gay dude from JFK. That's what I was thinking of. Okay. Whatever. Colby. All right, here's one that's going to confuse you, so I will say it slowly.
Okay.
Okay, are you ready?
No.
And everybody listening or watching, happy International Day for Biological Diversity.
What?
Happy International Day
for all animals?
For biological diversity.
Okay. So is that like when you have a lot of letters near what you identify as?
No, it's
what?
Dedicated to making Earth a place where all creatures can not only survive, but also thrive. In a world where creatures should thrive.
Yeah, that's called nature.
Yeah, we just call it nature.
Yeah, we just call it the circle of life.
Happy Nature Day.
Huh.
Colby, happy Seaman Day.
Is it the Navy or just
also known as National Maritime Day?
Okay.
Actually, I made that first part up.
All right.
I just wanted to say seaman. Is that wrong to do on Harvey Milk Day? I shouldn't speak with a lisp.
The fact that you went back and connected those two together for everybody makes us all a little worse for wear.
I shouldn't have done that. Huh?
Hey, and by the way, let me point out what I just did. That's smart.
Oh my God. What? Okay. I'm angry at this next one. Colby, we talked on the phone when we were both on the way to the studio.
Yep.
About Gavin Dawson from 105.3 The Fan. And you wanted him to come on our show to explain what to me?
Explain Bitcoin.
Colby, today is National Bitcoin Pizza Day. Can you explain to me Bitcoin pizza?
No.
Because the question is, how many Bitcoins would you pay for a pizza? Let's find out using your cryptocurrency right here.
Well, it should, if it's more than one, Bitcoin is, I know it's kind of not done well, but if it's more than one coin for a pizza,
what is it at now? Like, I know a long time ago, one Bitcoin was worth like $60,000.
I will find out. Give me a second.
Because I still don't know what Bitcoin is or how it works or the word cryptocurrency even confuses me. I have no idea. For everybody listening and watching, look, I don't consider myself like a dumb, naive, technological dude. I used to write code in the 80s, all right? That's a weird brag. But I don't understand at all. Bitcoin confuses me more than soccer does.
All right.
So our buddy Gavin the General Dawson over at 105.3 The Fan does a daily podcast produced by our other buddy, Will Riggs, where he talks about Bitcoin literally every day. We're going to have him come on and teach me what Bitcoin is.
One Bitcoin right now, one actual coin. So if you own the whole,
because you can buy fractions, right?
Yes. $69,298.
So if you paid one Bitcoin for a pizza, you just paid 70 grand for a pizza.
Yes.
Okay, then I wouldn't do that. Or would I?
No, I mean,
it's not real money though, because you can't touch it.
I mean, you can touch it.
You can touch a Bitcoin?
Yes, because you can trade it into dollars if you'd like. Because the U.S.
But then it's just dollars.
The U.S. dollar has a U.S. Bitcoin.
It has an exchange rate?
Yes, it's $1. It's always $1. So you could transfer your Bitcoin into U.S. dollar coin.
Well, I hope so, because it's supposed to be money. Have you not always been able to do that?
I think you've always, as soon as the U.S. dollar Bitcoin was made or whatever, then our cryptocurrency was made, then you could do that.
I'm so like I have no idea what we're talking about right now.
By the way, stupidly, that one that I tried to get you into 3 years ago.
That I didn't know what it was either.
And I just said all you got to do is just mine it on your phone.
Which I don't know what those words mean.
Is up to $41 a coin.
And what was it then?
It started out. Hold on, all time.
See, that's another thing. I don't understand what that means, to go mine for Bitcoin on your computer or whatever.
You don't have to know. Just do it, Tim.
How do you do it?
I just hit a couple of buttons and that's it. My
You just
phone
go
does
to
it.
I want to mine Bitcoin.org.
No,
and it will go find you money?
You've got to do a lot more of that on, you'll run. I'm not going to explain it to you because you'll break all your computers in your house trying to do this.
So confused right now.
So 18 cents is what it started out with.
And now it's at $40 3 years later.
Yes.
All right. Seems like a slow but impressive gain. What I call my penis.
That's right. Don't know how we got here.
Because it's Bitcoin Pizza Day.
It's Bitcoin Pizza Day. Okay, thank goodness it's not Celebrity Pizza Party Day because I found out you don't want to go to those.
Or Big Sausage Pizza Day.
No. You just don't want to go to any celebrity pizza party.
What is that?
Apparently that's where all the Diddy stuff happens.
Oh, because there has to be pizza present.
Yeah.
To cover up the genitals.
Apparently there's some kind of conspiracy with pizza.
I don't know what we have against pizza. Colby, it is also, I feel like we could celebrate this together.
I don't want to.
National Buy a Musical Instrument Day.
Oh, no. Dude. I've got things that I'm going to have in life marked down. One of them, of course, is I just want the old Uncle Jesse style pickup truck. I want that.
What do you want? You want an old Ford, an old Dodge, or an old Chevy?
Always been a fan of the old Dodge.
Me too.
Always been a fan. Of course, the Hayabusa. Want one of them.
Well, yeah, because you lost your motorcycle.
Yep.
It's probably in motorcycle heaven right now.
Yeah, more than likely. Assholes.
You think you knew these people, or do you think they knew you?
I don't think they knew me.
Okay.
To be honest.
They just saw your bike sitting there, and they probably stalked it out for a couple of days, and
right.
Not to reopen old wounds.
Forgot what were we talking about?
You wanted an old Chevy or an old Dodge,
right?
And then a Hayabusa.
What was the day it was, or what are we talking about that got me here? Because there was a third thing.
Buy a musical instrument day.
That's it. Shit.
You want to buy a cello?
No, I want a set of Tama drums.
Okay,
that's what I want.
Gotta have a truck for that.
I used to move them around in my Camaro.
Did you really?
Yeah, I could fit a whole drum set in my 1993 Camaro.
Oh, my Lord. That was a great body style, by the way.
Yep.
Wait, was that the first year of the curved one or the last year?
Last year, the square.
Of the squared one.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you. Yeah, that's one I like. My buddy had an 88 Z28 in high school. pretty badass.
Standard.
Still couldn't beat my 72 Corvette that I had in high school, but he tried real hard.
No, but if we want cars that could beat that, I had a 78 Camaro that somebody shoved a 454 in. Yeah.
Shoehorned it.
Yeah.
Yeah, those chassis weren't built for that.
They weren't.
Colby, it is a day that holds very dear to my heart because these are my brothers and sisters. Because it is National American Canadian Immigrants Day. Welcome home, my brothers and sisters from Canada.
Yes,
You are all welcome. You can come stay at my house, and we can all sit on my couch and sing "O Canada" together while watching the Montreal Canadiens.
You know, there's a lot
Les
of
habitants du Montreal.
great entertainers that have come from Canada.
Michael J. Fox.
I was thinking Ryan Reynolds and Pamela Anderson.
Ryan Reynolds, Pamela Anderson, Alex Trebek, William Shatner, Peter Jennings.
You could have stopped after you said William Shatner.
Celine Dion, hyphen him.
No.
We'll marry her one day and then divorce her.
Well, you have to wait for her to actually get rid of that one dude that she had still there, right?
Who?
The old guy?
Dude, he died like 10 years ago.
Oh, I don't know that.
Renee Abadjavadal.
Renee Abracadabra.
Renee Abadjavadal. I remember his last name. No, dude, he died a long ass time ago.
He did pull a rabbit out of the hat.
She's been single for a long time. Not for long.
Probably.
Get my French Canadian hands all over her. It's a weird transition because it's Emergency Medical Services for Children Day.
Transition wasn't even worth doing it.
It really wasn't. Colby, how about International Cocoa Mom Day? How is that not racist?
Cocoa mom. So the mom that hands out
Cocoa
the
mom.
hot cocoa?
Well, it's not spelled that way. It's COCO. International Cocoa Mom Day focuses on maternal health and raising children in a color-conscious world. I feel like we're just making words up now.
So they call it the Cocoa Mom?
So like a white mom raising a black daughter, or a black daughter raising or a black mom raising a white daughter. I almost said a black daughter raising a white mom.
I mean, you know what? That could happen.
I mean, it could.
I've seen a lot of smart daughters out there and a lot of dumb moms. So
yes, it happens. How about National Boss Babe Day?
So when you think your boss is hot?
I guess so, because all these chicks in this picture is freaking hot right now. I mean,
I'm trying to think.
I never had look, working in the restaurant business, I had hot chicks that were like my managers and stuff.
That was your hot boss then?
I guess.
I've never had a hot boss.
Colby, it's National Craft Distillery Day.
No offense, John Gerber.
Why would he be offended?
I said it never had a hot boss.
You were talking about the Craft Distillery Day. You know, he admitted on the golf show earlier today that he needed to lose some weight. I told him he needed to change his makeup too. It wasn't looking great.
Oh, wow.
Colby, it's National Julie Day.
And shout out to the freak.
Hot name, right? Well, except she's not. I mean, okay, you're going to paint me into a corner here.
What?
I love Julie Dobbs, but she's not hot. She's not pretty.
Okay. That's dumb. She's a sweetheart. She is a cutie. She's also got she's got the bae at home, so you don't have to worry about it. And also she is way out of your league. So yeah, you can't just like randomly badmouth people that I think is cool people. I will come after you.
Colby.
Shut
I'm not
up.
bad-mouthing her.
You just did.
She's adorable.
Then say that. You didn't have to say the
She's
other part.
dumb as a doornail, and she's not attractive.
She is star smart, sir. Shut up.
Are you saying she's book smart? Because that's true.
That's what I said.
I love you, Julie Dobbs. I really do. I'm just kidding. It's National Julie Day. Enjoy your day with your bae and your kids.
That's right.
And your podcast. By the way, if you listen to her podcast with Emily Jones,
it's not bad.
The Mom Bod podcast, whatever it's called. I don't think they call it the Mom Bod. What is it? The what?
Dude, if you don't, I mean,
Is it the mom? It's the mom something, Mom Jeans podcast or something.
Mom Jeans podcast. You know what? Now I have to look at because I don't remember it. That current file isn't downloading, but I don't know why you're still running about
Are you blue screening right now?
Yes.
Colby, it's National Solitaire Day. You think Julie plays solitaire?
No, no. Have you ever just sat down with a deck of cards and just played solitaire?
Yep, lots of times.
Yeah.
Love that. I always win because I cheat.
That's right. You just look under those other cards.
Nobody knows. That's a great thing about it. Nobody knows.
I'll win again.
I've never lost a game of solitaire.
I mean,
except when I played with other people.
Right, when they're watching.
And it wasn't solitaire. National Vanilla Pudding Day.
Vanilla pudding is not bad.
I like vanilla pudding, especially with some Baileys in it. Liqueur.
No, my favorite thing always to do with just that stock vanilla pudding, like in the cup or whatever, is if I have like chocolate chips in the closet, grab those out and some pecans.
Okay.
Throw them in there.
All right.
Dress it up.
National Sherlock Holmes Day. Good day, mate.
Dude. Still some of the most epic stories you can read to this day.
Colby, did you know that 41% of Americans and 21% of Brits think Sherlock Holmes was a real person?
Yes, I did know that because of how he's celebrated and how the myth and the lore have dragged together with real places.
He is a character in a book.
Right. There will be one day when people do that exact same thing with James Bond.
No one will ever think James Bond was a real person.
Bullshit.
You think people think he's real now or that he was based on like a real character?
Yes.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing surprises me in this world anymore. Colby, it's World Goth Day.
Like goth chicks?
Yeah. You into goth chicks?
Yeah.
Like there's some of them like
that's with every person that's out there.
Like I get some of it. Some of it I'm just out on. And I can't describe any of it. I know it when I see it.
It's the levels, right? It's the levels of how far into it they go.
Yeah.
There is pretty sexy goth, and then there's you went too far.
You've crossed the line into full gothdom.
I don't know. I mean,
when your lips are pierced together and your stuff are pierced with each other.
The tongue splitting, I'm
okay, that's beyond goth. That's like lizard people crap.
No, that's in there too.
No, I'm out with that. No, I'm out with that.
They got multiple tongues
and
coming
the
out of their mouth. Oh, fangs.
That's not goth. That's like vampire goth.
Fangs are hot.
No, they're not.
Yeah, they are.
That one chick that I follow that you got me into. She's gonna have to take those out when she's with me.
No, sir.
I'm just gonna. I'm gonna file them down.
You know what you need to do? Watch more anime. You'll be into it.
I'm not watching any anime.
You just need to do that.
Anime's dumb.
Chicks with fangs are pretty.
The only anime I will watch, sir, is Star Blazers and Battle of the Planets. See, we didn't even have the word anime back then. It was just cartoons.
The fact that you were into those, I could find some that you would totally be into.
Well, I was into those when I was 12.
Right.
I mean, I'm not mature beyond that now.
I was watching one, and I'll say this. I've said this before. I was watching one. It was called Gurren Lagann. And the series was progressing. They had like big ships and robots and all that in it. The robots kept getting bigger and all that throughout and by the end of like the last season of it, I think it was only 2 seasons. The robots were so big, they weren't throwing planets at each other as to fight. They were throwing whole like universes at each other to fight because they were that big. And it was the greatest.
All right. See, that's not believable. Like Battle of the Planets and Star Blazers was at least believable. Like it could really happen. For those of you that know what Battle of the Planets and Star Blazers is, I love you. The 2 greatest cartoons I watched as a child. Battle of the Planets. Planets. We'll fight the Comet Empire, battle through the raging fire, leaving all we've left behind. Who knows what dangers? Who knows what dangers we'll find?
If you had all of that on your Colby Sapp and IndyCar Tim bingo card, You win. And by the way, Star Blazers was an actual ship that they made go into space.
Yeah, it was like an actual battleship that they converted underground, and then in the first episode, it came out of the desert with the new bottom on it with the wave motion gun.
Yes.
Great sound effects.
Which it took 24 people to fire that one gun.
They're all hitting buttons and putting on their visors and moving levers and and they all acted like it took out of their physical bodies energy, because when they fire it, they're all like,
Yep.
We got to do a Star Blazers watching marathon on our show sometime. Oh my God, I loved that card. I used to run home from school so I could catch Star Blazers. We got out at 2:50.
Yep.
In elementary school, and I would run home because it started at 3. And I'd always walk in about 3 minutes late, and I was pissed. I always tried to beat my personal best. I could never do it.
It was that.
I lived 8 miles away.
Voltron for me. All those is what led into my anime watching that still goes on to this day.
To this day,
Shout out to Kaiju number 8.
Know what happened to 1 through 7?
They got killed.
Oh, so what happens when 9 shows up?
He's going to get killed too.
I don't know who Kaiju is, but I'll just roll with it.
Uh-huh.
And then finally, Colby, not to bring the world down, but it is World Preeclampsia Day.
What?
Preeclampsia?
We're going to get him with the clamps.
No, it's like a pregnancy disease where babies die. I don't know why I'm laughing.
Don't mark that.
I don't know why I'm laughing, Colby. I'm laughing at Colby, not the day. Oh! By the way, the Mavericks are playing in Game 1 of their Western Conference Finals against the Minnesota Pussycat Wolves.
Oh dear.
And apparently Luka just got his left arm chopped off and is out of the game. What happened?
It's not. No. Kyrie went for a steal, and he swatted the ball out of Cat's arms. And then when he did, it was up in the air, and he back swatted it back towards Gafford, but Gafford didn't see it coming, and it just dodgeballed him right square in the face. Said thunk.
So the Mavs are going to lose,
that!
is what you're saying. Oh, missed it. Oh, we're not allowed to do play-by-play. I think TNT or TBS owns that. So anyway, we have extended, what day is it, for 40 minutes.
Okay.
And we have run all the way through the sports report.
Dear sweet God.
So we might come back to some Mavs and Stars talk in the second hour in our 8:25 segment. But we're going to come back after the break, get into good, bad, and ugly. Colby, you want to take us to break?
So coming up next, what he just said was good, bad, and ugly. Plus, we'll get into that Spider-Man news that I've been teasing all day long, and you'll hear all that next on the Colby Sapp and IndyCar Tim Show.
Hello, sports fans. FanStream Sports.
All right, guys, time to talk a little bit about turf life. You've seen the hats on our heads. You've been or seen the video of the studio. You've seen that the decals are all over the place. Turf Life. Man, it's the brand that salutes the consumer and industry players everywhere whose lives involve turf. What does that mean? That means if you play or have a business or, maybe you're a sports educator, you're going to be on turf at some point. So you live the turf life. So go ahead and tell everybody you live the turf life by having your Turf Life window decal or, the hat or the keychain or the something. Along that lines, just go to turflifeclub.com and become a turf head. That's what it's called when you live the turf life. You're now a turf head. And you can go join the club today, snag that window decal, or snag any other special Turf Life accessories, and go over there to that website, which is turflifeclub.com, and get your stuff and show everybody that man, I'm all about that turf life. And then you just kind of raise your coffee mug at them and go, yeah, turf life, baby. That's what it's about. And then that's the end of the commercial. Ding. That means it's done in microwave talk.
Orion Golf Management Solutions. Orion Management Solutions has tailored its service packages just like it tailors its approach to customers. Some owners need more supervision, while others need periodic assessment of their short-term and long-term strategies and programs. Orion can be called in to develop a business plan with the existing staff, or we can assist with the daily management of a facility or event. Either way, we make sure the client is satisfied and understands the direction the facility needs to go in order to achieve the owner's goals. Orion Management Solutions can help with owner assistance service solutions, daily course management, business plan development, monthly operations, or as-needed consulting services. Whatever your need, Orion Golf Management Solutions can help. Check out oriongolf.com.
Introducing Star Power Smart Home Solutions, where cutting-edge technology meets effortless living. Control your entire home with just a tap on your smartphone. Adjust the lights, set the temperature, ensure your home is totally secure, all from the palm of your hand. Experience the ultimate solution in comfort and security for your family. Start by going to the website, GetStarPower.com. That's GetStarPower.com.
Hi, golfers. IndyCar Tim here. I want to talk to you a little bit about Golf Central Magazine. It's not just a golf magazine. It's the magazine for everything: turf, travel, philanthropy, and lifestyle. Head over to golfcentralmag.com and check out the latest issue. Some of the regular features in Golf Central Magazine: the Golf Bachelorette of the Month, the Golf Bachelor of the Month, the Golf Cart Girl of the Month, Golf History, Grip It and Sip It. So head over to golfcentralmag.com. It's free. It's the magazine for everything: turf, travel, philanthropy, and lifestyle. Golf Central Magazine at golfcentralmag.com. We'll see you there.
Hey, listeners, make sure you check out the brand new FanStream Sports in-studio text line. You can reach us during any of our live shows or 24/7 at 214-937-0569. That's 214-937-0569. Text us 24/7 day or night, and we'll reply to you and make you part of the show.
Coming back at you. Now, more FanStream Sports.
Welcome back to the Colby Timm IndyCar Tim show right here on FanStream Sports. I'm IndyCar Tim. That is Colby Sapp. What up? Welcome into a Wednesday. Welcome into first game of the Western Conference Finals day.
Yep.
Mavs currently trailing the Minnesota Timberwolves 12-8, midway through the first quarter there up in Minnesota. Don't you know? And Colby, we're not going to talk sports, obviously. We crossed over that. Before we get into good, bad, and ugly, though, we expect the Mavs to lose game one, right?
It's usually for par for the course.
That's what's going to happen. It's what they always do. Did you hear that? And I know you, because I asked you earlier today if you were listening to G-Bag, and you said you were not. So
normally I am. But
brought up an interesting stat that I had not heard. So when losing game one of a 7-game series, the average win rate of game two for NBA coaches across the board, 22%. Jason Kidd, 80%.
Yep.
Jason Kidd, they always rebound, right? So, Dawson brought up that, well, they're probably the team in the league that's the best at making adjustments from game one to game two. He might be onto something. So, yeah, look for the Mavs to lose game one. Not that we're wishing for it, but that's just what they do.
That's what's drawing my interest, because if they somehow win game one, then what does that mean for the series? Because they still are going to make adjustments, right? And so does that mean game two comes in and they're now full of everything that they've got ready to go?
Is it possible that you sweep the first two games in Minnesota? Is it a 2-3-2? I don't know how they do it in the NBA anymore.
I think this is a.
It's not. Sure they don't do 2-2-1-1-1 anymore because of travel. That's how they used to do it.
I want to say it's 2-2-1-1-1 until the NBA Finals. That's what I thought.
Oh, I didn't think they did that anymore.
I could be totally.
So game two would be in Minnesota. Game three would be Dallas. Game four, Dallas.
And now I got to look at it.
I'm looking at it right now. Game three, Dallas. Game four, Dallas. Game five, T-Wolves. So, yeah, you're right. They do 2-2-1-1. Wow, I didn't know they did that anymore. Costs a fortune in airline travel, Colby, and hotels. How can they afford that?
I'm pretty sure they can.
Well, that's why they quit doing it, was because it was expensive. But that was, I guess, a long time ago. Man, I'm old. So anyway, yeah, we'll look for the Mavs. We're watching them tonight. You guys want some updates? Because we know you're not watching the Mavs. You're watching us instead. We appreciate that very much.
Or you're just watching both. Maybe you're listening to us while the Mavs game's on.
There's this amazing thing on your TV called Picture in Picture, where you can watch two things at once.
I don't even bother with that anymore. If I'm watching something on the TV, I've also got a tablet up and my phone up.
You just watch TV on your phone anyway.
For the most part.
It's disgusting.
Here is that segment where he's about to put up the title card, as it is right about now. The good, bad, and the ugly. This is where I go through all the people that were born today. And I make a list of the people that I think are famous enough to make my list and offer them up to you guys for you to decide, along with me and Tim, who is the good person, who is the bad person, and who is the ugly person. And
I'm the good.
Starting off today, by the way, we have a couple of Facebook birthdays that you've written down over here, correct?
Yeah, I just so I didn't have to look them up on Facebook.
All right. Well,
that wasn't for your benefit. That was so I didn't have to look them up.
Cool. Well, of course.
I mean, you can if you want.
No. That's fine. That's fine. I'll let you give their names out. Shout out to Jacob.
You know him, right?
I do.
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
Bobby Cox turns 83 years old.
Braves manager.
Correct.
I don't know why I was so confused by that name. Wow. He's old.
He is old.
He was old then, right?
Yeah, he always looked old, right?
Yeah, but he was good.
He was.
I still can't believe the Braves only won one World Series in the 90s with that team.
Especially with that pitching staff.
It's insane.
Because they were the cheatingest pitching staff ever.
Hey, they won, though.
They did. They could get away with it. Greg Maddux, 8 feet outside. It doesn't matter.
Strike. Angel Hernandez was already managing back then.
Mm-hmm. And also umpiring. It was weird.
I'm sorry, whatever. You know what I meant. What did I say, managing?
One of the guys that had too many consonants in his name, 64 today, Kent Herbeck.
Stay hard, Kent Herbeck. He had to swim through the Arlington, right?
Did Kent have it? I don't remember that. I just remember him as a twin.
I'm thinking of Ken Caminiti. Sorry.
Yeah.
You're right.
And also, he's not dead. Kent Herbeck.
Herbeck's not dead. I thought Kent Herbeck was dead, too.
No, Kent Herbeck is not dead.
Oh, Ken Caminiti died, though.
Turning 43 years old today. Man, if he could have ever just, figured things out for longer than he did. Josh Hamilton's 43.
Think he can still hit a baseball?
I know he can. He just won't.
Because the way Corey Seager's playing right now, we might need his bat.
Corey Seager always starts out slow. What are you worried about?
Dude, but he swung at three consecutive pitches that were 8 feet outside of the strike zone last night.
He'll mash it all together. This thing will come together.
This team sucks.
Yeah, right now. We kept saying we had to hold together until the pitching came back.
Is it going to come back, though? Or it's going to come back in 2029 when they're all healthy again?
I mean, if that's the case, then we'll wait till then.
We will. We already got our World Series. We're good.
It's nothing else to worry about. We won the World Series.
I know. I'm good.
Judge Reinhold is 67 years old.
Colby, what movie do you associate Judge Reinhold with?
Beverly Hills Cop.
That's the first movie that comes to your brain when you think the name Judge Reinhold.
That is correct.
All right, mine is Fast Times at Ridgemont High. And then Beverly Hills Cop is probably second.
Yeah, it's always that, because I don't think I've seen Fast Times at Ridgemont all the way through.
Yeah, that was a little probably before your time, right? Before you were, because I was right on the cusp, because that came out when I was in middle school, not quite high school yet, so I didn't see it obviously when it came out, but by the time I was in high school and it was a couple of years old, I could totally relate to the movie. So it was pretty, it was a great flick for the time.
I mean, it was one of those to where the ripple effects of that movie hit, basically by the time it got to me in the school telephone game, it was just, hey, Phoebe Cates. Right? That was all that made it to me. Nothing else about that movie made it to me except for, you need to go see this.
Mm-hmm. Like that scene right there.
Yeah. The music. I can hear the music in my head right now.
She's married to and has been married to since like the mid to late 80s, right?
Who?
Kevin Kline, the actor, Kevin Kline.
Really?
You know who he is?
Yeah, he's the guy that came up with that underwear.
No, that's his brother Calvin.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. You might know Kevin Kline from
The Wild
West.
Correct.
I know him as Mr. Fish Odor on Bob's Burgers, but I know, of course, from all of his movies too. He was in Fish Called Wanda, all those movies back then. I like Kevin Kline.
Raymond Burr passed away in 1993.
Dude, he is one of my all-time favorite actors. Of course, he was Perry Mason. Of course, he was Ironside.
Yep.
He was also the bad guy from Rear Window, the Alfred Hitchcock flick with Jimmy Stewart, where he's the photographer with the broken leg stuck in the wheelchair, and he thinks that the guy across the breezeway in his back window, is killing people.
Right.
Raymond Burr was that guy. He was the actor. Also, very famously, before we all knew it, apparently very openly gay in Hollywood back then, and was kind of a big deal.
Nice.
But yeah, dude, like I told you, I still watch freaking Perry Mason, and I still watch Ironside.
It's
every day.
That awkward nice was brought to you by a 3 hit in the corner.
What are we at now? Oh, we're still down 7.
Yeah, no, but
all right.
It was a shot that hit. Ricky Williams is 47. One of my favorite running backs to watch just run.
Wait, the UT Ricky Williams?
Yes.
Is 47?
47.
No. When did he win he won the Heisman in like 98, right?
What year is it, Tim?
Oh,
24. Which that means that was 26 years ago, which would have put him at how old?
Holy crap. Ricky Williams is 47?
Yes.
Good God. All right. Sorry I doubted you.
Used to love watching him run.
I didn't.
Because of his short strides.
Yeah, he did. He looked like cartoon, right?
Yes, it was amazing. It was my favorite thing to do. Even him, playing with the Saints and whatever. Yeah. It's just like just run, dude.
What about him wearing the wedding dress with Mike Ditka
on Sports Illustrated?
Yeah.
Yep. I was all for it. I
was too, and I was a Saints fan. I'm like, yeah, trade the entire draft class for Ricky Williams. Didn't work out very well.
And if they'd have been okay with marijuana, y'all would have been great.
Well, if the league would have been, then yeah, for sure. He'd still be playing at 47, right?
Yes.
Apparently he's got quite a bit going on right now. With his legal marijuana activism and stuff.
Passed away in 2007 and immediately should be everybody's bad.
Hitler.
Chris Benoit.
Oh, wrestler that literally killed his family and himself, right?
Correct.
CTE?
Maybe. I mean...
But do we not ever find that out?
They
weren't doing that back then in 07, right? They weren't testing for CTE, I don't think.
No, but it may have been some... I've always attributed that it could have been because his finishing move was a move that I have done 4 times. And he did this like every night of his wrestling career, which was off the top rope headbutt to the guy on the ground. And so what you would do...
And it wasn't a fake headbutt?
No, because what you would do is he would launch himself off, and I've done this, and you have to aim. You're aiming for the person's shoulder right here instead of their head, right? But they're going to move their head like their head got hit. So, and you'll, right when you're about to impact, you may turn your head to the side so that, you're not full face first into the guy's.
Yikes.
But still, you're doing that, and I have rung my bell so many times. I don't know, and he's done this every night of his wrestling career.
Dude, that's
and then
terrifying.
That ends up happening with him. So that might have been part of it, but still, dude, I mean, that's just not cool.
Yikes. No, of course not.
So,
I mean, do we make him
honorary bad?
An evergreen bad?
Yeah, we can do that.
You want to do that?
Yeah.
All right. So we don't have to use him for a bad? We got to start keeping track of that.
It sucks because him as a wrestler, he was really, really, really good.
But it just takes one thing to knock you off the rope, so to speak.
Yep. Turning 44 years old today. Got ye?
Gautier.
I just remember.
The singer?
Yeah.
The one-hit wonder, right?
Yes.
But he had, who was the chick that sang in that song? Was it Kesha?
Somebody. All I know is
Somebody that I used to know.
Yes. That song, every time it plays, everybody's like, I don't mind it.
No, it was Kimbra. No, I kind of dug that when it came out. And I liked her part, like the chick that was singing it. I liked her part too. But I mean, he never did anything after that, right?
No, he didn't have to.
No, he's probably set for life. That's what we should do.
Josh Allen is 28 years old.
The quarterback or the defensive end?
The quarterback.
Okay. They're about the same age, I think, right?
Yeah. Passed away in 1997. The notorious B.I.G. Biggie Smalls.
Didn't he just have a birthday too?
It's his birthday. He passed away in 97. It's his.
Or was it his death day?
Maybe his death day, yeah.
But what did he ever do? Like, so
back,
I didn't know who he was when the other dude, when all this went down. I had no idea who either one of them were.
Probably didn't hit your realm, but for everybody else on the planet, besides IndyCar Tim, the two like biggest rap hip hop influencers that were of that era in that year span.
So he was already super famous when he didn't get more famous after he died.
He was huge.
Okay. I don't think I ever heard of him when this went down.
I bet you I could go grab one of his albums.
And Tupac was the other dude?
Yeah, and both of these guys. I could go grab them. I could go put them, have them play in a car with you in it, and you'll get it.
Do they like kill each other?
No.
They were related, or the murders were related, right?
Yes.
Or no?
Yes.
So confused. All right.
You know what? You need to look that up because there's so many conspiracy theories are revolving around it that you would probably end up watching a documentary on it.
Okay, so they died under similar circumstances.
Correct.
But not like the same night or anything.
But it was, some people think one was a retaliation for the other.
Oh, so yeah, a detective has linked their deaths.
Yes.
See, like I always just thought after I learned about these, like I thought they like killed each other on the same, like shot each other at the same time, like you see in movies or whatever. I don't know.
Mm-mm. And
I don't
finally, turning 72 years old today, and the reason why he's finally is because I once ate a cereal because of him.
Captain Crunch?
Mr. T is 72.
You tried Mr. T cereal?
Of course I did.
Yeah, not me.
I ate the cereal while watching the
A-Team?
The Mr. T cartoon.
Or the cartoon, yeah.
And I always wanted a dog with a mohawk.
Dun, 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 dun. They use that theme song for the cartoon.
My band used to open with that song.
Did you really? With the A-Team theme song? Oh, that's genius, man.
It'd start off, the guitar would be and
oh my God, that is genius.
Kicking distortion. Ba-na-na-na-dun,
yeah.
and just slam the drums at that. Oh, dude, we had a great time with that. Seeing a mosh pit form because you're playing the A-Team theme is amazing.
That would be a great feeling.
So there you go. Those are that. I can throw it over to you to get your couple out.
All right, Colby. Well, since we made Chris Benoit
by the way, happy birthday to Jacob Wallace and Amber Ewan.
Dude, Amber Ewan is such a hot.
But especially Jacob Wallace.
Friend of the show, friend of the fan, Jacob Wallace. We love you, Jacob. We enjoy your posts and your participation in the show and everything. Absolutely, for Facebook birthdays. You win Facebook birthdays, sir.
That's right.
Colby, my good.
To get him up to the studio sometime.
Oh, he wants to really bad. Colby, for my good, Raymond Burr.
All right.
I have to go Raymond Burr.
The Mamu appreciates that because she watches Perry Mason every single day.
I do too, because it's on that Justice channel on YouTube TV. Mm-hmm. My bad, since we made Chris Benoit Evergreen bad, my bad is going to be. God, you're going to hate this.
Don't you do it.
Notorious B.I.G. It's my bad because I don't get it. I don't get it, Colby. I mean, I could have gone Ricky Williams, but he's not really bad. He was just he's only bad because he was a T-sip, and he countered that by being a Saint. So I can't really vote for him. Could have said Bobby Cox, I guess, but he was a good manager, right?
Yeah, but see, I would never, even though I'm not big on like country music and what have you, I would never take one of like the greatest of all times in that genre and put him as my bad.
Okay, well, what genre is he? And is he one of the greatest of all time?
Yes, hip-hop.
He's been dead for 40 years.
Yes, hip-hop. It'd be like me going, yeah, I don't really like old school rock and roll. You know what? Elvis is my bad.
Well, if you don't like his music, you could say he's your bad.
Just saying.
Because there's no one else on the list that even comes close to being a bad except Josh Hamilton, and I can't do that. Well, he's kind of a bad.
Oh, yeah, I mean,
except for when he was in that bathroom with that chick. No, you know what? I stand by it. Just because I don't know who he is. Nabig is my bad.
All right.
My ugly. You touched on it, Colby. We're going Bobby Cox. Not an attractive man. And I don't want any freaking hate social media posts from you idiots who like Nabig, okay?
You can go Biggie Smalls or you can go Notorious B.I.G. You can go one of those.
I'm just shortening the Notorious Big. Nabig. He probably by now, if he was still alive, he probably would have be going by that by now.
Yeah.
You disagree?
No.
He'd be going by Nabig.
The amount of disrespect.
For what?
That's insane.
What did he ever do?
One of the greatest musical artists of all time. He's
okay. Don't confuse music.
No, don't
with hip hop.
I
don't think you can call it that, can you?
I can't call a lot of the shit you listen to anywhere near music. So
Debbie Boone?
Huh?
Debbie Boone?
Yeah, out.
Well, then call her your bad.
I'm not.
On her birthday.
No. But you know why? Because she wouldn't even make my list.
Not a fan.
All right. My good, because you know what? As much as I've shielded for him and all that, I can't. Mr. T's on here.
Right.
Mr. T's my good.
Okay.
Because, again.
If Raymond Burr wasn't on my list, Mr. T would have tied with Judge Reinhold for my good.
My bad, just because I want to, is Raymond Burr. Ass.
Because you hate people that live that lifestyle?
No, because I hate black and white TV.
It's the greatest TV we've ever had.
If it's not Three Stooges, then get it off.
Ironside was in color. You hate people in wheelchairs.
Nope. Can't do that. And my ugly is Kent Herbeck.
Yeah, that's probably a good one.
Yep, there you go. There's my good.
Is he uglier than Bobby Cox, though? Or you just didn't want to agree with me?
And my nomination for Evergreen Good, by the way, is Notorious B.I.G.
What? How can your Evergreen Good be a bad?
Because he's not a bad. You're just an idiot.
All right, Colby, you know what I'm going to do?
Get my mom to stop calling me?
I can't, or I would. I want you to give me his best or your favorite album or song. Does he have albums or just songs?
Yes, he does.
All right, give me whatever song, album.
I will make a list.
I will listen to it.
I will do that.
No, I don't want a list of good songs. No, I want an album.
I am going to go to my music playlist.
I will listen to it, and we will do a review. I will do a review on Monday.
All right, will do.
And I will be fair, right? Like I will absolutely 100% be fair. If I like it, I will tell you. So we're going to do that for Monday. You guys look forward to that. That should be fun for everyone. Especially those bottom line boys if they were still here.
Well, they passed.
But they've moved on to that next spare YouTube channel that never mind.
What?
And by the way, you get a double dose of Colby because instead of list this Wednesday, which we normally do list this at this point, we give you guys a funny list that we go down and break down and make fun of. Colby's doing his Monday mystery shotgun because Monday he didn't have a lot. It was all stewing and cooking and a brewing, and he wanted to give it to us today. So Colby, tell us what you got.
Yeah. Welcome in to Colby Sapp's Mystery Shotgun. I am your host, Colby Sapp, along with Pod Racer Tim. Let's get into a little bit of this Marvel news that's... Should I pay? You know what? I want to make you wait on the tease.
Ooh.
I want to make you wait.
Spider-Man?
The Spider-Man has to wait. And actually, Marvel wait just a second because those folks over at... that place that gives us the Pirates of the Caribbean, are talking reboot. Hold on before you sigh too much. They're bringing back Jerry Bruckheimer.
He was involved in the first go-around?
Yep.
Okay.
And he's in talks to bring back...
Don't say it.
Johnny Depp.
Well, then it's not a real reboot.
That's my point. I don't think these people know what a reboot is.
It's just a continuation, right? It's just more.
They're just going to do another one.
Okay, don't call it a freaking reboot then.
Because I literally saw in the report is like Pirates reboot, and I was like, oh dear. And I'm thinking, well, they have to have somebody play Jack Sparrow, right? Because that's your whole Pirates movie, right?
And you know what? If I was given a day, I could probably find 10 suitable replacements for Johnny Depp, like at this point.
At this point, maybe, but they still won't be Johnny Depp's Jack Sparrow.
They won't be Keith Richards, which is what he freaking based that character on.
And I loved it.
No, it was great.
I loved it.
I'm in no way bashing the movie series or him or any of it. I thought they were all great. They wore a little thin towards the end.
Well, because the one came out every 2 years.
Yes.
But still, I mean, they come on the TV now, and I'm like, yeah, let's go.
See, like the first two I will watch if they're on TV. I just don't care about the other. What was At World's End? I think that's the last one I really gave a crap about, or whatever number that was in the series.
I don't remember their titles. I just know if it's a Pirates movie on, I'll watch it.
Good.
I'll watch it.
And that's okay. Yeah, they weren't bad.
So the folks over there that leading the Pirates of the Caribbean reboot, again, don't know what the word reboot means. So there's that. In other news, I keep hearing that Taylor Swift is in talks with the MCU. I also keep hearing that she is not going to be Dazzler. Dazzler, Tim, you don't know this, but Dazzler is a mutant that's also a pop star in the world of the MCU. Right? So she's a superhero that's also a singer on stage.
Okay, that kind of sounds like it fits Taylor Swift then.
It does. But they keep telling me that Taylor Swift will not be playing Dazzler.
Would you like a picture of Dazzler on the screen while you're discussing
ahead.
Dazzler? Because I certainly had to go look. I thought Dazzlers were those licorice string candies.
Twizzlers.
Oh, well, there you go. Here's your Dazzler. She's got bigger boobs than Taylor Swift.
Well, they can fix that in editing.
Dude, I would like to see Taylor Swift with bigger boobs. I might listen to her music then.
So, which then, of course, then you end up with what? A Travis Kelce nod in a Marvel movie?
Please no. They'll be broken up by then.
No, I think they're getting married, dude.
Well, they'll still be broken up.
Okay. Well, because,
Marriages don't last.
So, yeah. So if you're sick and tired of Taylor Swift going everywhere and being everywhere, well, comic book nerds, you're now not safe because it looks like she's showing up in Marvel and not as Dazzler.
Well, I mean,
again,
what other role do you think she would be fit for, or whatever?
I don't think she's not going. It's just everybody. There's too many people telling me that she's not Dazzler. That makes me go, wait, I didn't even ask.
Maybe she is Dazzler.
I'm thinking she is Dazzler.
I mean, if she's not, then they're missing a huge opportunity, right?
They are. But again, they keep telling me, no, she is not that. Then why is she there at all? Unless you're just going to have her be in, then we'll find out this weekend. You'll just have her be in the Deadpool Wolverine movie, and she just shows up as Taylor Swift. That's what
a
this
cameo
whole thing is about. Which I don't put it past that movie.
No, you know what would happen if she was in the Taylor Swift movie, or in the Deadpool movie as Taylor Swift? They should kill her.
They're not going to do that.
How great would that be, though, dude? Can you imagine the public support for that movie if somehow she's playing herself and she dies in the movie?
Public support, that movie would die.
I would watch it. I would watch it over and over again.
That movie
would
die.
Do you know how many people hate her guts?
Do you know how many people are not in control of the money flowing out of here, but all the Swifties are?
No, there's way more people that hate her than like her.
Dude, all you've got to do is just you want to be president? Get Taylor Swift to say she wants you to be president. You'll be president.
Gross. All right, I'll say it.
So.
Somebody's got to be president, Colby.
There you go. Real quick, X-Men 97 ended the way I told you it was going to end. For those that weren't around when I was telling you that you're going to end up seeing Apocalypse at the end. There was Apocalypse. So, spoiler alert.
Oh, it's over? The series is over?
No, the season's over.
Oh, the season's over. Okay.
In fact, it's so
I haven't watched it.
It's so popular and so hitting so hard that they're expediting season 2. They're going to spit that out really fast. Is
the quality going to suffer then, you think?
I don't think so.
Or do you think the scripts were already written and it's just a production thing?
Bo DeMayo, who was the guy that was in charge of writing the whole thing, had
I love his condiment.
Season 1 already written, and then season 2 already written, and a skeleton of season 3.
So season 2 is what we're rushing into.
Yes.
So it's just a production thing.
It's just getting it done.
What if they did the animation as Bob's Burgers animation?
No, get lost.
I mean, it's probably quicker.
So I'm going to go ahead and tell you what to expect because there was two things that happened during the season. Sorry, Tim.
That's okay. I don't mind spoilers. I'll still watch it.
One of them was the untimely passing and heroic death of Gambit. The other was the removing of the adamantium from Wolverine, which I'm going to tell you what's going to happen in season 2 without reading the script or anything along that lines, what I expect to see. Number 1, we get our first look in animated form or basically anything on a TV form of your Savage Wolverine, because that's what happens when his adamantium gets removed. Mm-hmm. Because the adamantium is also like, he's got a constant.
It's in his blood, right?
Yeah, it's on his skeleton.
Right.
It's like fused to it, right? And so because of that, his healing factor is always on because it's slowly killing him, but his healing factor is bringing him back, which eventually in Logan, that's what ends up causing all the other problems, right?
Right.
So without it, his healing factor is no longer on and the rest of his mutant abilities kick in, creating basically, how like Incredible Hulk's like, me no, and he's just savagely thinking and whatever. That's what Wolverine's like. And he's also more of a killer and more dangerous without his adamantium.
Huh.
So you'll get to see that.
But he's mortal, right?
Yeah, I mean, he's mortal, but his healing factor, it's really hard to hurt him. The only thing he's missing is, like, if you lock him in a cage, he can't just rip out his claws and just saw it out, right? That's the only thing that's really missing, but good luck getting that guy in a cage. The second thing that you'll see is that they'll bring Gambit back, along with Wolverine giving his adamantium back, because Apocalypse is going to make those two part of his horsemen of doom. It's Apocalypse's horsemen. That's the 4 horsemen are with him.
Right.
So I imagine one of them will be War and one of them will be Death. You can flip-flop who's going to be that, but Death will probably be Gambit since he passed. And then War will probably be Wolverine. And that's what we're going to see in season 2. Season 3 might end up focusing on, because we already kind of had the mind meld between Magneto and Professor X. I'm kind of looking for Onslaught to show up. So that's kind of what I'm thinking is happening with X-Men 97, but we'll find out faster than we thought we were because of their expediting that series. Finally, you can go ahead and hit the breaking news sounder if you'd like.
Dun, 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 dun.
Awooga. Spider-Man 4, the Holland Spider-Man 4, is going to, I told you that Sony really wants all the Spider-Men to show up again. But another thing I know showing up, and it may be the trade-off between not Andrew and Toby showing up, but I think they are. You're going to have Venom show up.
Yes.
Next question that's going to be asked is it the Tom Hardy Venom? No one's saying that it's the Tom Hardy Venom.
Who else would be Venom?
I remember.
Or Eddie, whatever.
Remember, that Eddie is in a different universe
than
the Holland Spider-Man. That Venom is in the Andrew Garfield Spider universe.
Okay, I probably didn't know that.
Yes.
Well, everybody crosses universes now, though.
Right, during the multiverse saga. But
right.
He went back to his universe. Hardy did.
Okay.
He did leave part of the Venom symbiote.
Right.
In the end of that cutscene, which initially attaches itself to Spider-Man first and then moves on to Eddie Brock in the original storyline.
Mm-hmm.
So you might have somebody else later on down the road playing Eddie Brock for the MCU. Or it could be Hardy switching over. I have heard that the new Venom coming out will involve Spider-Man in some way, shape, or form. And I think that's your Andrew Garfield Spider-Man. But there you go. Venom will be introduced into the MCU officially as being a part of the black-suited Spider-Man, which, by the way, Secret Wars is coming up. And during that, in the comic books, Spider-Man has his symbiote. He's got the Venom costume on. So
always confused me.
So there you go. There's the news. Venom, Spider-Man 4. Thus the tease of Spider-Man 4 is going to do Spider-Man 3, which Maguire's Spider-Man 3 had a really shitty Venom in it. So there you go.
So who was, refresh my memory, because obviously I watched it, but again, the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man's by far my least favorite.
Okay.
And I don't remember any of those movies except probably the first one that he was in. So who played Venom in his series?
That stupid shit from that 70s show.
Oh, Topher Grace?
Yes.
That's right. Okay.
Spider-Man 1 and 2 were amazing. I just didn't like 3 because of Topher Grace. Especially for the time and what was going on. Yeah. And I love Sam Raimi movies anyway, and both of those are Sam Raimi movies.
Right.
I really did like those. And for the Spider-Man that we had, Toby did great.
Yeah.
Just didn't know. Then they had Andrew Garfield Spider-Man. I was like, oh my God. And then he only got 2 movies.
He's my favorite out of the trio.
Andrew Garfield.
Yeah.
Holland's running up there on the board a little bit for me.
I just don't like Tom Holland.
But Yeah, it's still Andrew Garfield for me as well.
Is it?
Yeah.
Wow, we agree on something comic book wise.
So
World's coming to an
just
end.
like the snarkiness of that character. So
yeah.
So there you are.
And even in the movie they were all in together, I liked Andrew Garfield all together with them, I think, the most. Although I will say Tobey Maguire's Peter Parker in that setting, because he was the oldest one, right? And kind of the most, I guess, laid back of the three, the most mature of the three. Like I dug that for him.
I also love the things they did that were like talking about like they have web shooters and he's like, you can't just do this.
Yeah, you can't do this.
What's going on?
Which is kind of cool that they're just not all the same, right? Like
I love how they explained, just the movie differences and what's going on. And I had my Gwen, and they're like, MJ, and then stuff like just that stuff.
No, it was done really, really well to put it all together. Like that's probably other than the Into the Spider-Verse, the animated series of movies. That's probably my favorite live action Spider-Man movie.
It's a lot of people's favorite MCU movie.
Oh yeah, no, I get it. Yeah, I can see that. I still like the first Thor.
Second, you like Ragnarok, right?
I like Ragnarok too. But nobody liked Ragnarok, right? Am I the only one?
No, everybody. That was the greatest. That was like it ranks where it's like Civil War, Thor, Ragnarok, the end of the Infinity Saga.
Right. The original Captain America is up there for me. The original Avengers is up there with me.
Oh yeah.
And the first Wonder Woman.
Okay, going to DC.
Yeah. The original. I'm just doing comic books, and the original one, like all the other Wonder Woman suck. But no, for MCU, it's the original Avengers. It's the original Thor. I did like Ragnarok. Ragnarok. But and then the original Captain America. To me, the rest of them are just kind of like gravy.
I've asked you this before, and I've told you to watch it. Speaking of great all-time comic book movies, did you ever watch Dredd? It's still available on Hulu, by the way.
Not Judge Dredd.
Not Judge Dredd. Dredd.
And that was Carl Urban?
Yes.
Okay, no, I have not.
You need to.
Is that an MCU movie?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's not an MCU movie.
All right.
It's who made those comics? At any rate, it's like based on like a UK comic.
Okay.
That I loved. It was so dark, but the movie is done so well.
That did better than the Sylvester Stallone Judge Dredd?
Yes.
Judge Joseph Dredd is a fictional character created by writer John Wagner and artist Chris Ezquerra. He first appeared in the second issue of 2000 AD, which is a British weekly anthology comic.
Right.
Okay. So, no, I mean, again, when Judge Dredd came out, I had no idea it was a comic. I never know any of these things are comic book movies, right? I either enjoy them or I don't. But, okay, so here's your homework. You got to remind me for the Big album, and then you got to remind me to watch Dredd, because I'll watch it this week.
All right, I will do,
and I'll review both of them on Monday.
Cool.
If you will watch Raising Arizona,
I've got too much anime to watch.
One of these days, I'm going to get you to watch Raising Arizona. No, because I want to watch it in the studio live with you, with a bottle of Jameson.
I'm going to be so bored.
You know what? Then you can be bored on the air. That's great. That would also be funny if you were just sitting there bored, had no idea what was going on. By the way, Holly Hunter is in it, and she was fine.
Holly Hunter is fine.
She's hot. Holly Hunter. Anyway, there you go.
There you are. There is your mystery shotgun. Coming up next, we're probably going to talk a lot more about the Stars and the Mavericks. Try and get into a little bit of that as we're made it past the first period, and also news and notes. It's all coming up on the Colby Sapp and IndyCar Tim Show.
Hello, sports fans. FanStream Sports.
Introducing Star Power Smart Home Solutions, where cutting-edge technology meets effortless living. Control your entire home with just a tap on your smartphone. Adjust the lights, set the perfect temperature, and ensure your home is secure, all from the palm of your hand. Star Power has the experts that will transform your house into a secure, smart home. Experience the ultimate solution in comfort and security for your family. Get started at GetStarPower.com. Star Power, where innovation meets home.
Hi, golfers. IndyCar Tim here. I want to talk to you a little bit about Golf Central Magazine. It's not just a golf magazine, it's the magazine for everything: turf, travel, philanthropy, and lifestyle. Head over to golfcentralmag.com and check out the latest issue. Some of the regular features in Golf Central Magazine: the Golf Bachelorette of the Month, the Golf Bachelor of the Month, the Golf Cart Girl of the Month, Golf History, Grip It and Sip It. So head over to golfcentralmag.com. It's free. It's the magazine for everything: turf, travel, philanthropy, and lifestyle. Golf Central Magazine at golfcentralmag.com. We'll see you there.
Hello, folks. Let's talk a little bit about turf life. What is turf life? It's pretty much, if your life involves turf in any way, shape, or form, you live the turf life. Go ahead and brand yourself with the turf life. Maybe a back window decal, maybe a hat. You know where you can get those kinds of things to showcase that your life revolves around sports and or anything that involves sports. If it's a sports business or sports education or just your enjoyment of the outdoors, head over to turflifeclub.com. Become a turf head. Join the club today. You can do that by going to that said website that I just told you to go to. You can snag your window decal like I was talking about, or any of your other turf life accessories. Show everybody that you live the turf life, and we'll see you there over there at that turflifeclub.com.
Orion Golf Management Solutions. Orion Management Solutions has tailored its service packages just like it tailors its approach to customers. Some owners need more supervision, while others need periodic assessment of their short-term and long-term strategies and programs. Orion can be called in to develop a business plan with the existing staff, or we can assist with the daily management of a facility or event. Either way, we make sure the client is satisfied and understands the direction the facility needs to go in order to achieve the owner's goals. Orion Management Solutions can help with owner assistance service solutions, daily course management, business plan development, monthly operations, or as-needed consulting services. Whatever your need, Orion Golf Management Solutions can help. Check out oriongolf.com. Hey listeners, make sure you check out the brand new FanStream Sports in-studio text line. You can reach us during any of our live shows or 24/7 at 214-937-0569. That's 214-937-0569. Text us 24/7 day or night, and we'll reply to you and make you part of the show.
Coming back at you.
Now, more FanStream Sports.
Welcome back to the Colby Sapp and IndyCar Tim show right here on FanStream Sports. It is Wednesday, my dudes.
What up?
Appreciate everybody that's tuned in tonight. We got a lot of people watching us on the X, on the Insta, and of course at FanStream Sports TV, our FanStream Sports YouTube channel. We appreciate you guys very much. We're over there on Facebook as well. You guys watch out very soon. If you're over on Facebook, we used to have a Facebook group for FanStream Sports that Facebook unceremoniously shut down, and I haven't restarted it yet. But I've been talking to some of the other show hosts around the network, Colby, over there at that J.P. Peterson show, and Scott Hamilton, and our buddy Tito. And we want to get a new FanStream Sports. I don't think we're going to do a group because we can. Facebook shut down streaming to groups.
Okay.
So I think we're just going to start a FanStream Sports like fan page that you can join and be part of and like and get notifications that we're also going to stream to. So you guys look out for a lot of invitations from all of us to join the FanStream Sports Facebook page. We might come up with a funky name for it. That's kind of boring. I mean, somehow it's got to indicate FanStream Sports, but we might come up with a funny. Colby's good at naming things.
You know what?
Except for pets.
What?
But we'll let him name our page, just not our pets.
I'll come up with something.
You have a dog named Princess.
That was her name when I got her.
What would you have named her?
If Princess fits her so well, I'm not sure.
See, because that's all you've known her by, right? So right. I get it. All right. What about your cat?
Cat, the kid's named Cena.
After John?
After John Cena.
All right. I take it back. He's not bad. He just might not be good.
The last pet that I named, I had a Lhasa Apso named Gizmo.
From the movie?
Yeah.
Okay, I take it back. He is bad at naming pets, so we won't let him name our pet.
The dog was white and tan brown. Had an actual tan brown spot right here.
Sounds racist.
So,
all right. Well, so you guys look out for that. The official FanStream Sports Facebook page coming up here in the next couple of weeks. Make sure I guess pages you like, groups you join. So I guess you'll like the page to get notifications from it and all of that good stuff as we continue on now, Colby. So I just wanted to briefly, as we have the Mavericks right now playing the Minnesota Thunderwolves.
Call them the Thunderwolves?
And it is what?
By the way, I want that name.
It is Mavs down 4 with a minute left in the first half. Wow.
Now
Colby, they might have something here.
The fact that the score is this high right now is not Minnesota's game, by the way.
No, exactly. And last time we spoke with you on Monday, we did not know who, or did we know? Edmonton and Dallas. We did not know Edmonton and Dallas were going to play each other.
No.
So we do know that schedule. The Edmonton Oilers start tomorrow on Thursday, the 23rd. And by the way, we're done with the stupid times. We're not splitting time with other games because now we're in the conference finals and we are the only games on these nights. So it is the normal 7:30 Central Time face-off, and the Mavs, the Stars, of course, Colby, with home ice because they were your number 1 seed.
They are
in the West. So it will be at the AAC, Edmonton and Dallas. And for those of you that are new or to the Dallas Stars scene or that are younger, that weren't around in the 90s to watch the epic, and I do mean epic playoff series that Edmonton and Dallas used to play. Dude, that was some of the best playoff hockey I have ever seen in my life because it seems like they met up every year in the late 90s. And usually it was a first-round matchup, and all except for 1 year, Dallas, the Stars would win. There was 1 year, and I swear I think it was 97, when Edmonton was they're probably better than the Stars in 97, and it went 7 games. Dallas had played a better game, but they were tied. They'd gone into overtime, and I don't remember if it was the first overtime or where we were because I was literally at a bar drunk watching it with my roommate at the time. And Daryl Sador, one of our greatest defensemen of all time,
El Cid,
who I famously said in the very early stages of the Drunk Sports podcast, we were in Big Red's garage, Colby. I think that I claimed I could kick his ass today.
That's not.
And I stood by it for a long time. And then I remember I saw Darian Hatcher, who I used to play foosball with back in the 90s, along with Richard Matvechuk and Madonna and Belfour. He caught wind of that, and he was like, yeah, you might want to come off that a little bit, buddy. So I said, oh, think he could take me? He goes, I know he could take you. And I said, all right, well, he won't find out, right? He's like, oh, he already knows.
Wow.
I said, all right, you know what? And so I think I put out a really pussy-whipped apology on the next episode because I didn't want to get my ass kicked by Daryl Sador. But anyway.
That would have been amazing.
In 97, in Game 7 in overtime, Daryl Sador, obviously playing defense. It was a 1-on-2 breakaway. So it would have been Sador and Sean Chambers covering one side of the ice, Daryl Sador covering the left side the right offensive right side, defensive left side of the ice. And I don't remember who it was for Edmonton. As he crossed the blue line, Daryl Sador tripped over the ice, fell backwards on his ass, and basically allowed because Chambers couldn't get across in time, allowed a uncontested breakaway on Belfour. And Edmonton won the game and the series. So that was the only real hiccup of the Stars versus Edmonton in the 90s. And I'm big time looking forward to this series. I'm kind of an Oilers fan, as far as, and you hate Canadian teams. I get it. It's fine. I understand that. All right. I don't. I love every Canadian team except for the freaking Toronto Maple Leafs. But all the Western Canada teams, I'm okay with. I hate the Canucks logo, but anyway. Dude, this is going to be a fun series. I guarantee you that the broadcasters, the production will have some flashbacks to the 90s. They will show some highlights from back then. I read something over on DallasStars.com that there has already been a number of players from the late 90s, the 99 Cup team, that have offered to come speak to the team before games, that have offered to come be in the locker room during the games here at the AAC, and even travel with the team to Edmonton to be a part of this. And some notable names here: Mike Modano, of course, who's I think he still actually is employed by the Wild up in Minnesota. But of course, the Stars legend, Ed Belfour, who's you never hear anything from, but dude, he is still a star for his life, right? He's a star for life, and he will support the team.
And he'll meet you up at Three Forks if you want.
Colby, Jamie Langenbrunner.
Yes!
Your favorite Stars shot of all time, right? From his knees from the blue line against the Red Wings.
Damn right.
Made a goal from the blue line on his knees.
He
passed Mike Vernon.
He belt-trade a home run passing that.
Dude, he did. It was against Mike Vernon, too. It could have been better. Maybe it was Osgood. I don't remember. But so, yeah, there are Stars players coming out of the woodwork, which is notable because the Stars have been in the Western Conference Finals for this is the third time in 5 years, right? Second year in a row?
Yes.
And they never did that before.
So they finally.
Is this different?
They believe in this team.
Is this year different?
It feels different, doesn't it?
It feels so. And you know what? The fact that it's Edmonton, I would have expected to play the Golden Knights, the Avalanche, in the conference finals. Like, those teams are that good. And they're the two defending Cup champions. Your Stars are the only team in the history of the NHL, I brought this up Monday, to defeat in consecutive series in the playoffs the previous two defending Cup champions.
Yep.
So is this a team of density?
Yes.
You are my density.
It's a thick team right here. Bro.
So, yes, it's man, I can't even begin to tell you how stoked I am for this series. And look, I know I'm not looking ahead, I'm not planning the parade yet. Although if they both win the title, Colby, we have to have a joint parade.
No.
Oh, yeah, we talked about this Monday too, didn't we?
No.
We're not going to have a joint parade. Who's going to go first? And is Laura Miller going to be any part of it?
God, I hope not.
It's an inside joke if you're from Dallas. But anyway, so the Mavericks are playing tonight. The great thing is we don't have Stars Mavs on the same night.
You know what? You say that's a great thing. I really enjoyed
when they're playing together.
Yes.
I mean, it doesn't bother me
because there was the shot of, okay, one would lose, but one would win. So I still felt good about something happening.
And it was usually the Mavs losing and the Stars winning.
Yeah. Or both win.
Yeah.
Oh, that was an amazing night.
It's a good night for social media.
It is. And I didn't mind it. I know a lot of people, just want to concentrate on one. I'm so, I can multitask on a lot of different things. I mean, I play video games while I watch sports
at the same time. And he takes a leak in a bottle.
No, I'm not one of those guys. But yeah, I commonly, am on the game, and then also, and man, the whole having a tablet for the Mavs game, my phone had the Stars on it, and then Sea of Thieves in front of me. Doing it all.
So the great thing about having YouTube TV is they will do an automatic split screen.
Nice.
So that's like one of my channel options. I can watch the Stars or the Mavericks, or in the middle, it says watch both.
That's nice.
And on my 63-inch TV in my bedroom, it's like two 32-inch screens right next to each other. And then I can pick which sound I want. Like I can go over to the Mavericks for sound, or hit the arrow this way on the remote, and I can do the Stars for sound. Like when one goes to a commercial, I can go to the other one. Dude, it is great. So, yeah, I don't mind when they're on at the same time or on the same night. It doesn't bother me at all. But we don't have to deal with that. We can focus our full attention. And, Colby, you know my thing about the NBA and blah, blah, blah. I'm not an NBA fan. When the Mavericks get this deep in the playoffs, I go right back to it. Call me a fair weather fan, whatever you want to do. I don't care.
Right.
Because I'm watching and I'm into it.
This is a really, really interesting set of both finals that's happening. Because what you have going on is there's no old blood out here. It's all young blood, and it's hyper amazing when you've got, the Pacers Celtics, which I don't know if you heard what Legler's been saying. He's been trying to get ESPN to talk about the Pacers all season, and they kept telling him no because they won't. It's not the headline. They won't sell. And he's like, look, this team's really good. And what they have going on, that's really cool, what the Celtics have going on. But then you have Minnesota Timberwolves versus the Dallas Mavericks. And admittedly, I am, of course, Mavericks fan, always will be, want the Mavericks to win. I want this to be the ending spot for the Minnesota Timberwolves. But I will tell you, I don't hate the Minnesota Timberwolves or their fans or anything to do with it, because I love that form of bad boys, mean, we're going to play defense basketball.
Right.
And that's what they have going on. I think it's gritty. I think it's fun. And I really am happy for the Timberwolf fan because I know what they're going through.
Yeah, this was part of our pre-splooge.
Yes, I know what they're going through. We went through that to where we would almost do it one time and then never get back. Right. And this is like their second time in the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah, I think 2004 was their previous.
And imagine if you have been a diehard T-Wolves fan this whole time, and then all of a sudden,
is there such a thing?
Yes.
You think up there?
Yes.
I think that's a big basketball. I mean, I don't know. I'm legit asking if you think that the Wolves are a big draw up there.
Well,
between football, hockey,
they haven't had a reason to be there. But even back in the day, there was diehard Mavs fans.
Yeah.
So there is diehard T-Wolves fans.
Okay.
That, had their heart broken when Kevin Garnett left. You know what I mean?
Right.
Stuff like that. And so to be sticking around that long and to have this happen for your team, man, I'm happy for you guys. And still go Mavericks, but there's no reason to hate. And there'll be players that I find that'll piss me off watching this series, but it's just the competitiveness of it. But I really like the way these guys play basketball. This whole league is about to switch over because you realize, like your Warriors are really old. And of course, LeBron is really old and KD is really old. And all these stars that we're used to being the faces of the NBA, every star that Tim hates with a passion,
they're all idiots,
is going away.
Good. I might start watching the NBA again.
And the young blood's coming through where it's, Shea, Luka, Anthony Edwards, these guys. And if you would listen to an Anthony Edwards press conference, by the way, I think you would totally dig this dude.
I kind of already do. Like, I don't know anything about him, but I know that he's not LeBron. He's not Stephanie. He's not James Harden. He's not Kevin Durant. All the ones that I absolutely despise. The fact that they're not them, then I can get back into the NBA when LeBron's gone.
I will tell you this. I kind of see all of those. Except for the Steph one.
I know. Everybody thinks it's weird that I hate Steph. And
he's always.
I don't have a problem with his game. I don't have a problem with. I'm tired of him. It's more of I'm tired of him than I don't like his game.
He will be noticed as the greatest shooter of all time.
I understand that. I still think it's Rolando Blackman.
No. So, but the Mavs are losing by 3 right now in halftime. This is a really close game. It's also a little bit higher scoring game than what I would have predicted. Because I thought.
What's the halftime score?
It was 62 to 59.
62 to 59. You are correct. So Mavs down just 3 at the half.
Right.
And that is playing right into the Mavs' hands, too.
It kind of is. And the fact that the T-Wolves didn't blow the doors off the Mavs in a game that they normally lose in the first half, which I kind of expected. I'm going to be quite honest, as they adjust to this new defensive style. The fact that they haven't, and you've got the third quarter coming up, which this is usually one where Kidd makes some of his halftime adjustments, and their third is normally where they shine.
Yeah.
So watch out for that. Now, no lead is safe when you can play defense as well as the Timberwolves do, but I actually kind of see that the Mavericks are going to come out of the third with the lead, and then we'll see what happens in the fourth.
So you've kind of been watching the game. I can't see it. I have our show on here, and you have it over there.
Right.
From what you've been able to tell through the first half, are the Mavs playing their normal style defense? Are they playing good defense?
No, they're playing. They've
held the Timberwolves to 62.
Well, that's because of the pace of the game. They've stepped it up a little bit, but they are, they're catching some boards. Okay. They're playing some defense. They're scrapping for balls. But they're speeding up the game on the Timberwolves, which is something that they usually don't allow to happen.
Yeah.
And I wonder how much of the Timberwolves' ability to they play great defense, don't get me wrong, but how great they looked against Denver was the fact that Jokic was the key to everything, and speed is not one of Jokic's best things that he has.
Yeah.
And I see Kyrie running the ball up a lot more to get a little bit more speed going. It's almost like Jason Kidd did some homework.
Shut up.
I'm just saying.
Is he coaching?
Just saying.
Do you think Jason Kidd is coaching tonight?
Normally he waits till game 2.
Right. I know. So maybe his game 2 strategy, he kicked in game 1. And then they're going to improve in game 2 even.
That would be amazing.
All right, let's just get the win first in game 1, okay?
You know what? I still don't know if that's going to happen, but this is looking a lot closer than any other game 1 they've had.
So yeah, because normally they get blown out. Like it's not pretty. It's not pretty.
Yeah, everybody tomorrow on like the fan and whatever is going to be like, well, this normally happens, but that looked awful.
You lose on a last second shot at the buzzer to the Wolves in game 1. That just gives you more ammunition for game 2 and the rest of the series.
Right.
Colby, real quick before we go into news and notes, I do want to bring up one storyline that I will be paying attention to and that every 90s Dallas Stars fan will be paying attention to because there is something of note here. One of the most hated enemies of the Dallas Stars back in the late 90s played for Edmonton.
Oh.
He literally almost killed Mike Modano in a game where he checked him against the boards while Modano was falling to the ground.
Yeah.
And we all saw it live and literally thought Modano broke his neck. Because he went head first, his head snapped in a weird direction, and then he just pretty much didn't move again for a while. It was very, very ugly. Colby, that player's name was Brian Marchment.
Yep.
Brian Marchment has since passed on to that next plane.
Oh.
Stay hard, Brian Marchment. But his son, Mason Marchment, is a forward for your Dallas Stars. And he is a notable forward for your Dallas Stars. One of the cogs that makes this thing go. And what's weird is if you look at side-by-side pictures, he is the spitting image of his father, which to me is really, really cool. And look, I hated Brian Marchment when he played for the Oilers.
Yes.
And he only played for them really in the mid to late 90s. He moved on to the Lightning.
Did he end up being a Shark at one point?
He was a Shark for 6 years, and then he played for the Avalanche, Maple Leafs, and Calgary to end his career in 2006. But yeah, the meat of his career was the Oilers in the late 90s, and then the Sharks like in the O's and the aughts, right?
Right.
But for him, dude, everyone hated him obviously because he was, him and Roenick, Jeremy Roenick, Chris Draper with the Red Wings. Dude, they were probably the three most hated Stars rivals in the 90s. But, dude, the fact that Mason Marchment, his son, is playing for the Stars, now, going against the Oilers in the Western Conference Finals, I think that's a huge storyline, and I think it would be just amazeballs for Mason, and I think he will at some point, to have a game-winning goal, an overtime game-winning goal for the Stars, because that's kind of what he does, man. Him and Wyatt Johnston.
Yes.
Dude, I am so excited for this series. I can't even begin to tell you. My hockey nipples are so hard right now.
Playoff nipples are hard, Tim.
God.
Playoff
nipples are so great. But are you ready for this, Colby?
Yep. Thank you, Tim. Thank you, me. Thank you, you, for making us sound good. News and Notes is where I search the World Wide Web for the weird.
Internets.
And by God, I found it. Let's go to the world of science.
Science!
Well, in the world of plant science, a groundbreaking concept is capturing the attention of researchers and confirming what many farmers have long believed. There is such thing as plant intelligence.
I think we knew this, right?
This idea posts that plants, including our familiar potato plant, possesses a form of intelligence that allows them to interact with their environment in sophisticated ways. These abilities, once thought exclusive to animals, are now being attributed to plants, revealing them to be dynamic, responsive organisms rather than passive entities.
Huh.
Take that, vegans!
Yeah, screw y'all.
Y'all are eating things too.
Murderers.
Assholes.
Wow.
Sorry.
Murderers. I'm going to start spraying red spray paint on your vegetables.
That's right. Apparently, the potato plant possesses the ability to remember.
Remember what? Who's eating it?
No, remember, like, they placed a plant next to a fence and let it curl and use some of that for some of its vegetation, right?
Huh.
And also, the way the potatoes would grow, they would dodge the fence. They uprooted it and put it somewhere else, and the plant was searching for that post to move around. It remembered there was a post there, Tim.
So they're intelligent creatures.
Yeah.
We have to stop eating plants, Colby.
Take that, vegans. You're eating things too.
Yeah.
That's the whole reason.
Think a watermelon can remember?
I guess you better hope not. I was right.
Dude, that's amazing.
So there you go. Apparently potatoes have memories.
Wow. Never eating a French fry again. That's a lie. I'll be eating on the way home.
Let's go from there to, what's in the box?
What's in the box?
So Elijah Boyles, sorry about your name, bud. He ordered a small chair online.
Like a kid's chair?
Just it's a small, like almost like a beanbag chair.
Oh, okay.
Came in a box.
All right. What's in the box?
As he opened the box to get out his chair, he's like, cool, my chair arrived. So, he breaks out his bread knife. You can never find any of your scissors or anything, right?
That is X-Acto?
Yeah. He breaks it out, slits the tape, opens it up. He's about to dig his hands into the peanuts when he hears...
Uh-oh.
His hands are almost in the peanuts. Rears back. That's when he notices the rattler.
In the box?
In the box.
What's in the box?
It's a rattlesnake, Tim. Covered
I'm
in
out.
packing peanuts.
I'm out.
It's in his house. In a box.
Closing the box.
Do you attempt to close it? Or
Yes.
I just leave the house.
No, because then he gets out.
I'm just never going back in the house, Tim.
Just burn the house down.
Time to be done with that house.
Yeah, me too. If he gets out, me too.
Holy.
God, I hate snakes.
Imagine if he would have went into that with more gusto. Like to really just, I want this
Just
bag
went
now.
in.
Yeah.
Dude, he'd be dead.
So
Oh my
they
God,
ended up saying, because of this, first of all, how did the snake survive? Because the box was closed up. It was taped up.
Yeah, but you're going to get air in there, right?
I guess at some point. Also, didn't the packing peanuts piss it off?
Think it had anxiety
Yeah.
while it was in there?
Claustrophobia.
Yeah, he got claustrophobic.
At any
By the way, I
rate,
call that band name Claustrophobic Snake.
Don't leave me inside. I got to get out.
Some name of my next porn, too.
Uh-huh. So they're actually thinking and maybe trying to file charges because this might be attempted murder.
Where did it come from?
Or he ordered it online.
I know, but it didn't say what store or what.
It doesn't say in the article, no.
It wasn't like Super Target?
Yeah, he didn't order a rattlesnake from Super Target.
Or Amazon? I mean, Amazon would make sense, right? There's snakes in the Amazon.
There are, yep. I don't think everything you order from Amazon comes from that particular.
Does it come from the Amazon?
No, it doesn't come from the Amazon.
The Nile, or the Nile, I guess, is over there.
By the way, did you know if you're trying to survive in the Amazon, you know there's one thing that you actually can't do? Start a fire.
Because it's too wet?
It's too wet.
Like everything's wet, right?
Everything's too wet. It's a rainforest.
Which means you can pee wherever you want.
Pretty much. But I
would do that anyway.
I wouldn't get my penis out in the Amazon. So I could bite it off.
Mark. Huh.
So
I hate snakes.
Let's go to the Bermuda Triangle Part 2.
We're not coming back.
Yeah, we're going to the Bermuda Triangle Part 2, the Electric Boogaloo.
Colby, I was obsessed with the Bermuda Triangle when I was a kid.
Did you know over in Singapore, by the way, I've lived there before.
Yeah. Wait, the Bermuda Triangle or Singapore?
Singapore.
Yeah.
Over in Singapore, there is a deadly zone that has killed hundreds, and a lot of planes have dropped, and they don't know why.
Is it a triangle?
It's a space of just 3 minutes traveling at whatever it was.
I have to find this out.
The Singapore Airlines flight SQ321 suffered a brutal 6,000-foot drop over the space and causing severe turbulence and for the people inside, injuring 30 and killing 1.
Oh, I saw this story. So this is recent, right?
Yes.
I didn't know where it was. They were leaving like London, right?
Flight from London to Singapore flew through the dangerous intertropical convergence zone.
And I don't understand, because I fly all the time, how turbulence can kill somebody.
It did.
Like, I'm really curious. Like, is this a person who wasn't sitting down when they were supposed to be? Because if you're buckled in your seat and you're in turbulence, like, you don't move from your seat. So I don't know. Like, I'm thinking somebody unbuckled or got up when they weren't supposed to, and then they, I can understand getting killed. If you hit some turbulence and you drop, and then you're going to hit the ceiling and you're whatever. I was so confused by the story because I did read this.
So the British man,
good day, mate,
Geoffrey Kitchen, 73, who is thought to have been flung side to side in the chaos of the turbulence. So from one side of the plane to the other side, back again.
So he wasn't in his seat.
Wasn't in his seat.
There we go.
Around 30 other people were injured, 7 of them critically.
Damn.
With the chaotic scenes of damage and destruction.
Because this was a 777.
Yes, it was a 777.
Yeah.
So now, and some people were like launched into the ceiling.
Yeah. So I saw video footage of the plane after they landed.
Right.
Dude, there was crap everywhere. It looks like a tornado went through the plane.
So, yeah. Bermuda Triangle.
Singapore.
Part 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Damn.
So
that was a crazy story.
So there you are. I want to know what phone this guy had.
iPhone.
Nope, probably not.
Samsung.
It was actually they won't tell me what kind of
Windows Mobile.
Wasn't a Windows, but I need to find this out because the dude's name is, hold on, let me find his name. Frank Carballido. And Frank is a skydiver. It fell out of his pocket while he was skydiving.
Oh, no.
12,000 feet it fell. He's skydiving. He said, I got the feeling like that, we all get when we all of a sudden realize we're missing something. And he did while skydiving, did the butt, front, check.
Oops.
And it wasn't there. He realized he was missing his phones.
Colby, it was a Galaxy S24 Ultra.
That's what I have.
The Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra is what it in a deer lamb case, whatever that means.
He found it on the ground. It didn't have a scratch on it.
Jesus.
I can not this phone, but other phones. I've accidentally tried to get out of my car and it went tumble, tumble, tumble. Where the fucking OtterBox or whatever the shit is on that phone,
Shattered.
and it's just shattered. This guy's phone fell from the sky,
12,000 feet,
and it made it. So I guess I need to go.
We need to find out what a deer lamb case is.
Maybe so.
Here, let me look that up while you're doing stuff.
Look that up because I guess I'll get a deer lamb case because I have the phone. That's what I have right now.
Oh, they're on Amazon.
Watch out for snakes.
Yeah, don't open your case. Huh? These aren't bad, dude. They're cheap. They're $15 on Amazon.
Well, there you go.
And then you can throw your phone literally out of an airplane.
That's right. You can just toss your phone anywhere at that point.
Dude.
Maybe he was just... How did it land and not just shatter?
Because of the deer lamb case. Here, I'm going to throw a picture up for you.
Finally, the Gorilla Glass, they tell me it's on all these phones, actually works.
Yeah, dude, there's nothing special about this. Not an OtterBox piece of crap. It's on screen. This is your deer lamb case.
Huh.
It's literally just a freaking case.
That's amazing.
And it's $15 on Amazon.
So there you go, everybody. That's the case everybody needs for your phone, and get it to your kids because apparently it can survive falling out of an airplane.
Can I get a deer lamb suit?
Maybe you could survive
and
falling
jump out of an airplane?
Try it.
No.
Film it. Get a GoPro.
Why do you hate me?
I just want to see you do it.
You just want to see me die.
And finally,
a lot of women do too.
You know how sometimes, like if you're being self-conscious about something and then
you suck in your gut,
the wrong person says the wrong thing to you and it ruins your complete day.
Oh, yes.
Imagine if you were on set to film a religious leader, and after he got done with his talk to the camera, he then looks at you and goes, "You're fat. Lose some weight," and walks off. Imagine if you're his cameraman, and imagine if the person that told you that was the Dalai Lama.
I might just die. Right?
So at the end of a television interview, the Dalai Lama once pointed at a cameraman to tell him he was fat and needed to go on a diet. According to the journalist, British broadcaster Kathy Newman recounted the incident on an episode of Walking the Dog with Emily Dean. She said, "It was very funny. I had this cameraman called Graham, who sadly died not that many years afterwards. It was very sad, but he was a little bit rotund, and I'm sure he wouldn't mind me saying in your interview on Channel 4, the Dalai Lama condemned Buddhist violence against Muslims, and at the end of the interview, the Dalai Lama pointed at Graham and said, 'You're fat. You need to go on a diet.'" And walked off. Just here to shoot the video, man. I mean, how ever talk to the Dalai Lama, Graham? Yeah, he called me fat.
Call me fat.
Asshole. Just starts kicking rocks.
Freaking Dalai Lama. I knew that about him.
So there you go. The Dalai Lama.
Piece of shit.
Calling somebody fat. Poor cameraman.
I mean, the Dalai Lama could probably stand to gain some weight, right? Isn't he like a little skinny, frail dude like Gandhi or something? Or my first wife?
Yes, all of that above. I'll just say yes. I agree with the words that you said. There you go. And that's news and notes, everybody.
Oh, my God. Colby, what a show. We went all the way from pre-splooge to the Dalai Lama.
That's right.
On this show. That's what we do here, folks, on the Colby Sapin and Car Tim show. We want to thank everybody.
Hey, fatty!
That has been a part of this on X, on YouTube, on Facebook, on Instagram. And, of course, on FanStream Sports TV, which is our YouTube channel. We appreciate you guys very, very much. Special thanks to Turf Life, Golf Central Magazine, and Orion Golf. Go check them out online. Colby, we will be back on Monday with another Colby Sapp and IndyCar Tim show. And don't forget, I will be reviewing a Biggie Smalls / Notorious B.I.G. album.
Uh-huh.
And I've never heard a song from him in my life. So that will be a first. And then what was the other thing I was going to review?
Dread.
The movie Dread. Not Judge Dredd, but
Correct.
Dread. I will be reviewing both of those things on Monday. So tune in for that. Colby will have his normal news and notes. We'll also have another mystery shotgun probably on Monday if there are things to go on. If not, we'll do a list for you guys. But we will have all of the fun content for you on Monday. You guys tune back in. Until then, we'll see ya.